So at the end of the last video, I was in Waco, Texas. Um, and just for some context for what I was doing here, I had been getting a lot of rides from Christians who were talking to me about Jesus. And, in the past I've had some experiences, particularly with the train riding, where I felt like there must be some sort of divine intervention. And so I had been thinking a lot about, spirituality and God. And so there was a church nearby, and I was planning on going up into downtown Waco to get a bus, a Greyhound bus up to Dallas. But I thought it was Sunday, and I thought before I did that, I might as well go ahead and go to church. Alright, well, I went to church. Honestly, I was pretty disappointed by the whole experience. There's a lot to think about, but part of the reason why I came was because I feel like maybe God's been telling me some stuff lately, but He didn't speak to me during that service at all. It was really, it's all pretty shallow. I would liken it to like, spiritual masturbation, honestly. Hello. Yeah, so I just got stopped on the way out. A couple people gave me some money, which is nice. I feel like a lot of those people, they kind of, they had a very limited life experience, and it kind of showed. So what it was is there was like I guess there's some sort of mission trip to Peru, and a lot of the people that went came up and gave speeches about that whole thing, but it was all very rehearsed, and I feel like a lot of them just didn't really come away with a good message. One of the guys was like subtly being very racist, kind of implying that it was all just dirty, and the people were I don't know, like some sort of animals that you need to help or something like that. I didn't really. There was one person who kind of had like more of an empathetic message, but most of them, and I guess you go down there on a mission trip and you don't speak the language, then like how much of a connection are you really going to be able to make? But they're all Christians. You're ostensibly there to like empathize with people and share your message and whatnot, but like I think all they really did was go down there and sing and dance, and then they came back to their little bubble and just started preaching to the choir. That was kind of the thing I kept thinking, was like, this is all just preaching to the choir. They're not really saying anything. It's, there were some emotional moments, but I don't feel like it was really like that profound. And yeah, I don't know. I hesitate to be that negative about it, because like I'm sure they're all good people, but I came away with a pretty bad impression, to be honest. So with that experience out of the way, I ended up walking all the way to downtown Waco to get my bus, and I took a Greyhound all the way up to Dallas. Alright, Dallas, Texas. Here it is. I'm not going to be here for very long, unfortunately. I guess at this point I have been to Houston, Texas. I've passed through San Antonio. I've been to Austin several times. And now I've passed through Dallas as well. I didn't really go downtown in San Antonio, so I guess I don't know if I can really say I've been there, but I've at least touched, just sort of brushed past all the major Texas cities. And this is the last one I hadn't really been to. Maybe you count Fort Worth, I don't know. There's Dallas-Fort Worth. It's kind of one thing. Looks pretty nice. All the buildings are cool. I don't know, it's like relatively clean. Seems like a good city. From there I took a train up north. I had to stop for one night, and then I carried on all the way up to Denton. Alright, I'm up in Denton, Texas now, which is the northernmost suburb of Dallas. And so from here on out, it's pretty much, I'm just going like, it's very, very close to Oklahoma. So once I start going north, I'll be in Oklahoma pretty soon, and then there's like basically nothing between here and like Oklahoma City, and then nothing between there and Wichita. So it should be pretty quick. I'm already starting to see the landscape flatten out right here, and there's going to be a lot of that coming up. We're heading out into the Great Plains. We're no longer in the nice hilly, lush part of Texas. We're now going up into Oklahoma, Kansas type territory. I found a little patch of woods to sleep in that night, and when I woke up in the morning, I got a real shock. I'm not the best at identifying snakes, but that bitch just came right next to me. And I am hoping that that's not one of the bad ones. That was a shocking moment. I'm just sitting here eating some food and like, wow. I mean, it came like right there. Holy shit. Alright, the bad news is I couldn't get myself out of bed in the morning. So it's now like noon. I'm finally getting out and about. The good news is it's not going to get that hot today. It's a little cloudy. It's still, you know, humid. Not very pleasant to be outside, but it's not that bad. So, yeah, I'm going to get some late coffee and then try and just get out on the on-ramp. There's also a couple of truck stops a little further up the road that I could try and get to. I just don't know if there's really any point. But yeah, we'll see. We'll think about that later. Well, there's the on-ramp. That doesn't look good. That doesn't look that great. There's no shoulder on it whatsoever, and it's a very short on-ramp. So people aren't going to want to stop here. Which means probably that I should actually go up to the truck stops up ahead. Because I don't think I'm getting anywhere with this. I mean, I could try and hitchhike down here somewhere. It could work, I guess. But you also got these, you know, traffic cones blocking off this whole section where people might be able to stop. So, yeah, this doesn't look good. I'm gonna just go up ahead to the truck stops. Well, I'm in a little bit of a unique position as far as finding a place to sleep tonight, because it's supposed to rain in the morning, like, I don't know, somewhere around 6 a.m. Possibly later than that, but you know, want to be conservative with my estimates. So I don't want to set up a whole tent tonight, because I want to be able to get out quickly in the morning if it starts raining earlier than I expect, which means I gotta find somewhere that's not like, I don't want to be in the tall grass. I don't want to be like in the jungle or something. Not that there's that much of that around. There's no real shelter anywhere, except for maybe under the bridge, but there's people sleeping under the bridge. I've seen like, I don't know, 4 or 5, maybe more people around. In fact, I know the guy carrying that cart around is one of them. Some home bums in the area. I'm thinking about these dirt piles. I don't know like what time in the morning they might be doing the construction around here, because that could make things complicated. And I don't know, yeah, there's not really much like cover around. I mean, you can see like this direction, it's just an empty field, and I'm pretty sure that's kind of what we're looking at over here too. But maybe if I just go back behind some of these trucks over this way, that might be good enough. yeah, I haven't really been in that situation for a while. I've been really picky about my spots for the last few months. Just like really prioritizing comfort and like stuff like that. But I feel like I might not be in a position to do that this time. So I gotta look around. I was thinking about going by these trees. There's kind of a lot of birds over here. And there's a lot of long grass, which I said I didn't want to do. But in other circumstances, I might go back here. Looks fine. But I think I'll keep looking for now. Here's this dirt pile. It's just one, so there's not like a, you know, if there was two dirt piles, I could go in between them and be covered from a lot of different angles. So it doesn't look like that's really a great option. I mean, I could still do something around here. It just wouldn't be very good. And there is more area over this way. And there is also some trees over here, but they're right up against a fence. So I can't really use that. But maybe there's something further down this way that I could go do. Yeah, I guess this is like the main construction zone. They're building something pretty big over here. Maybe another truck stop of some sort. Maybe something else. Who really knows? So I mean, I could just go like right over here behind these trees, not visible from the loves. Something like this. I mean, it's not great. The further out I go, the more I'm gonna have to walk in the morning to get back to the loves. It all looks like kind of rough dirt over there, so I don't think I can really go that way. Plus that's more like on the construction site. The more on the site I am, the more likely I am to be, you know, the more mad they're gonna be when they find me in the morning, put it that way. And there's these trees a little further out, which would definitely block line of sight, but it's really close to this construction site, and you can see they've got like heavy equipment parked right nearby, and also it's long grass, which I said I wanted to avoid. So I'll keep it in mind. And while I still have some daylight, I'm also going to go look just kind of around the edges of the truck parking, just see if there's maybe some little corner I could hide in. Here's kind of like behind the trucks. I mean, I don't know. Worst case scenario, it could probably work, because like I kind of doubt anyone would come back here to check. But I mean, the truckers themselves might see me somehow. But maybe I'll go look this way. And you got like back here, there's a bunch of stuff, but like I said, I want to avoid the tall grass. And also, it looks kind of wet, so I don't know if that would be a great idea anyway. There's some tunnels, but yeah, I think that, I mean, I can see water in there. I wouldn't be too sure that there's not already somebody sleeping in there, and it doesn't look very comfortable either. And most of the rest of this lot looks like it just backs up on different businesses. So I don't think I like the look of that too much. I'll keep looking around, but at the moment I think those are my main options, and I'm thinking that going in that empty lot, the construction lot, looks like the best. I don't know, like this kind of area back here could work, but you know, you're really close to all these trucks and you never really know. Also, the floodlights are kind of an issue. So yeah, I don't know. I think yeah, I think that construction site looked like the best option. All right, well, I didn't sleep well, but I slept, so I guess time to wake up. That's not the moon, that is the sun. And I can't help but feel like it's some sort of omen. I do also recall last night there was like a very red moon on the horizon. I mean, the real reason for that is just that it's really hazy out, so everything gets red when it gets down in the horizon. Doesn't make it any less spooky though. Here's the on-ramp. It doesn't look quite as long as I thought it did from the map, but you know, it's fine. Should still work. Not quite as busy on the ramp today as I was hoping. If I can get to Gainesville before the rain hits, I think I'm gonna get a hotel tonight. If I can't, then I'm not exactly sure what I'm gonna do. There is like another bridge way back over there that I could maybe get under. It kind of depends if the rain lightens up at some point or not. Yeah, it's not supposed to hit until like noon now, I guess. So I got some time. It's like what, 8 or what time is it? I don't know. It's about 8 o'clock, I think. So I got plenty of time before noon, before the rain hits. But this, yeah, this on-ramp is not as busy as I was hoping it would be. Alright, I did get a ride to Gainesville. Still not raining, but yeah, so I think I'm gonna get a hotel tonight. I should have enough. I think it's only about 75 from what I was looking at online. It's always a little tough to tell because like when you look at the Google results for a hotel, it'll show you like the lowest offer, but the offers are usually like with some sort of caveat about you need this kind of membership or you need some sort of thing, like I don't know, whatever. And so you can't really trust that. I think it's just a standard rate would be like about $75. So yeah. All right, so it looked like it was gonna rain last night, and I didn't really see anywhere good to go around here. So I went ahead and got a hotel. It cost about $80 after taxes and whatnot. So, you know, it was comfortable. I slept, got a shower, you know, brushed my teeth, all that. But now my money is getting pretty low. So I've got like $50 in PayPal, $50 in Cashapp, and then I think I have like $35 in cash right now. So, you know, not like imminent danger, but definitely we're at the point where like I need to start thinking about busking more, or at all. You know, I haven't busked in forever. Yeah. And also I need to be posting my videos, which I just did like 30 minutes of editing. I think my next video is getting there, but I've been putting it off way too much. It's been like a couple weeks, so I always feel bad about that, but it seems like my posting schedule is just you know, once every few weeks. Has been for a while now, so I guess that's kind of the new normal. I need to just stop apologizing for it. But yeah, I wish I could do better. I am also quite close to the Oklahoma-Texas border. And there's this casino here. It's like 14 miles away or something like that. But I feel like the problem is, if you look down here, I don't think there's any way to cross that river. The frontage road ends at the Texas border, and then you'd have to be like on the highway, which I very much doubt there's a sidewalk on the interstate, you know. If it wasn't for that, I might consider just trying to walk all that way. It'd probably be a couple of days, but you know, I've done it before. It's possible. Alright, the on-ramp is quite a ways further down that way. I don't think I can even see it from here. But there's this little strip here where people can pull over. And honestly, I think anyone going north on this road is eventually gonna get on the highway. Probably. So I've decided I'm just gonna hitchhike from here. Thought about making a sign, but I feel like signs are usually not really that worth it, so I'm just gonna do it raw. Casino. All right, well, I just got dropped off here, and I figured it'd be a real shame to stop by without playing some poker. So yeah, I'm gonna go in and do that. You know, they say only play with what you're willing to lose, but I kind of figure I don't got that much on me anyway. If I lose it all, who really gives a shit? I'll just have to make do like I've done before. All right, $100 down the drain. I think I had fun. I'm not sure. I think it was mostly stressful. Yeah, you know, it wasn't too bad. I went up pretty early, not by much, but then there's a couple of really bad hands that I had. There's one where I had 3 kings, and then the other guy had a flush. There was 3 people actually in the and I forget all the poker terminology, you know. I know how to play poker, I'm just not that like good at it, you know. There's 3 people in at the end. I had 3 kings. Somebody else had 2 kings. There's a king on the board. I had pocket kings. He had 1 king. And then the third guy had a flush. And for some reason I didn't go out on that because I don't know the live poker rules, but I guess a flush pays out the main pot and then there's like a side pot for me somehow. So I still lost money on that hand, but at least I didn't go out. And then what else was there? There was one where I had pocket 5s, and then the turn was 5, 6, 6. So I had 2 pair on the turn, and then the flop was something, and then I think the river was another 6. And I should have realized that I was in danger at that point, because then I think the flop was a queen, so any queen would have had a bigger full house, and wouldn't you know it, they did. So I lost that one again, I guess on the river, yeah. And then the last hand I had king 7, and the board came up with a king on the flop, or on the turn, what is it? Yeah, the flop, turn, then the river. See, I'm shaky with all these terminology. But there was a king on the flop. I went all in because I had like nothing left. It was like 40 bucks. And it came down to the other guy had a king 8. And there was another 8 on the board. So, and I think it was like either the turn or the river. He got an 8. So it was just like, just got edged out in a few places. And I never really went up that much, so I didn't have that much to work with. And that's just how it goes sometimes, you know. I put the money up, and it is what it is. But I think I got like 30-40 bucks left, so I need to, that's gonna just, you know, motivate me to be busking. And like, I gotta switch up my game right now. Holy shit, I just got completely ambushed by this rain. It was like totally clear skies in the morning, or in the last night, before the sun went down. And then the forecast was like, you know, oh, there might be some rain. It was like 20% or something. Now, holy shit, it was like a whole ass fucking thunderstorm. I had to, like, I was actually asleep when it hit. I had to get up and like go get my my tarp and get it all set up, and like I'm fucking soaking wet right now. Holy shit. God really hates me. So my battery pack, or specifically the cable that I'm using with my battery pack, decided it doesn't want to work with my phone anymore. So I could not charge my phone overnight, and it died. And so I made my way up to I don't know, whatever this place is called. It was like Thackertville or something like that. Very, very small town, basically just a couple houses and a general store. And another on-ramp. So I'm back on the on-ramp. It is so freaking hot today. I really don't want to be outside at all, but there's no, you know, even back at the casino, there's no like fast food place to sit and charge my phone or anything. I don't know, at the casino I probably could have sat inside or something, but I didn't want to. I kind of just wanted to get away from that place, so here I am. If I can get to the next town up, then I'm gonna go sit inside somewhere, cool off. This is ridiculous. As I was walking past the gas station on the way to the on-ramp, I saw a big bus with a family in it. And once I got on the on-ramp, they came by, and then sure enough, they stopped and ended up giving me a ride all the way to Oklahoma City. Alright, I am in Oklahoma City. So I got a ride. It didn't take too long. My phone was really low, and I was having a lot of trouble finding places to charge. Even around here I was having trouble, because this is like kind of a weird corner of Oklahoma City. All that's really around here is this Petro and I don't know, a couple other businesses, but it's all really kind of shitty and run down. And I looked around and I didn't find anywhere, and my phone was like 3% battery. And then I decided to go back into the Petro, because there's like an iron skillet, and that's the only restaurant that was there. And for some reason I didn't even think to look, but they had a bunch of outlets there, and I was able to go sit down and just be like, hey, I'm just chilling here. And they're like, okay, fine. They left me alone. So phone's at full, that's good. I really need to figure out what's going on with my battery pack, because that's an issue, you know. Alright, so that's where I'm going to leave it on this video. Yeah, so the next video will be everything from here on to Wichita, and then the whole Wichita thing will be a video, and then I've already done quite a bit since then, so I'm trying to get caught up here. Just running up against my own limitations here. But anyway, that's it for this one, so I'll start reading donations. I got $600 from Ernest. I thought I already talked about this one, but maybe I didn't, I don't know. And some people were not too happy with the way I talked about it. I'm sorry if you felt that way. I didn't mean anything by it. But yeah, Ernest gave $600 there. And I thank you very much to Ernest again. Then I got $10 from Johnny with no comment. I got $20 from Brian. Thank you very much, Brian. I got $5 from Chance. Chance said, You put up with some ridiculous comments from randos on YouTube. Seen you were watching Destiny in your latest video. He has the right idea. Permabans for the trolls and bad faith actors. Yeah, so I don't remember talking about Destiny. I must have talked about him in passing. Probably something about Adderall. But yeah, I don't watch Destiny like religiously or anything, but he's you know, he's a very logical guy, and I respect that. And as far as the trolls and bad faith actors, I don't know, it's tough for me to tell the difference. So I just kind of don't look at the comments so much, and when I do, I try to take it with a grain of salt and just understand you can't please everybody. And yeah, I got some work to do on that. I'm pretty sensitive to the comments, which is not a good thing all the time. I got $60 from Jeff. who said, "Safe travels, technohobo." Thank you very much, Jeff. It's very generous. And thank you to everybody, really. I've noticed some of my more recent videos have been getting recommended in the algorithm, so if you have seen it through there, thank you very much for coming by. And I've got $10 from Gary, who said, "Just watched your Reno video from a year ago. Sub." Yeah, thank you very much, Gary. That's kind of what I'm talking about. That Reno video has been getting recommended. The Houston one did pretty well. I passed 4,000 subs, so awesome. Thank you, everybody, for that. I deleted several of my most popular videos because they involved train hopping, and I kind of wanted to just distance myself from that a little bit, for multiple reasons. But the videos in the city seem to do pretty well, so I'll try and keep that in mind in the future. Try and give the people what they want. I think that's all the donations, so thank you very much, everybody who donated. I appreciate it a lot. Don't ever think that I don't. I'll see you next time.